Hello and welcome back to another workout with Lucy Hill. We are starting off with standing leg raises, so holding on to a wall or a chair, we are going to be standing on one leg with a slight bend to it and raising the other leg laterally while keeping our core tight and engaged and maintaining a straight torso. We are going for 12 repetitions on each side for 1 to 3 sets. And switch sides. Alright, going into our forward hip hinge, we are standing shoulder width apart, toes pointed forward, slight bend to those knees. We can place our hands either on the lower back or on the thighs. We are hinging at the hips, pushing the butt back and bringing our chest parallel to the ground. And as we come back up, we are squeezing the glutes. We are going for 12 repetitions for 1 to 3 sets. For our last warm-up, we will be testing our balance by placing our hands either out by our sides or placing our hands by our chest and our elbows parallel to the ground. We are going to be standing on one leg with a slight bend while raising the other knee parallel to the ground. We are going to be doing 12 repetitions for 1 to 3 sets. And switch sides. We are now moving into our strength portion of the workout session. First exercise is resistant band squats. So we are standing shoulder width apart or a little bit wider, but the toes slightly pointed outward. You can place your hands in front of you to keep your balance, or you can tuck them behind your ears with your elbows parallel to the ground. We are descending until our thighs are parallel to the floor and then pushing through the heels and squeezing the glutes. We are going for 12 repetitions for 3 to 5 sets. Next exercise, we are going into stability ball hip thrust. If you don't have a stability ball, you can use either a bench, a chair, a couch, anything that you can prop yourself up on that's about knee level. So we are placing our upper back onto the ball, tucking our fingers behind the ears and keeping our gaze forward. Our feet are going to be shoulder width apart, toes pointed forward, and we are dipping the hips down to the floor without touching the ground, and then bringing them up and squeezing the glutes. We are going for 12 repetitions for 3 to 5 sets. Next exercise, we are going into lying leg lifts. So we're going to lie on our sides, resting our head on our hand with the other arm in front of us to keep our stability. Placing the resistant band above the knee, we are raising the leg laterally and bringing it back down. We are going for 12 repetitions for 3 to 5 sets. And switch sides. All right, last exercise. We are going into fire hydrants. So we are placing the resistant band right under our knees, so it's pinned to the ground, and we are going into a tabletop position with our hands below the shoulders, our knees below the hips, and then we are lifting our leg away from the body while maintaining a 90-degree angle at the knee. Keep in mind with the resistant band, I don't get a lot of range of motion, but the tension is still unreal. You can also perform this exercise without the resistant band and get a larger range of motion. We are going for 12 repetitions for 3 to 5 sets. And switch sides. And we are on to our final portion of the workout, static stretching. Our first stretch is the cobra. Make sure the feet are together and the glutes are squeezed. Sitting back into child pose. We will be holding these stretches anywhere from 20 to 30 seconds. Our next stretch, we are moving flat on our backs and placing the foot above the knee and grabbing on the back of our legs on the hamstrings and pulling it towards our chest, feeling a nice stretch in the one side of the glute. And switch sides. Placing our feet together, dropping the knees towards the floor. We want to feel a nice stretch in those inner thighs. Bringing ourselves to a seated position, we're going to place one foot on the inner thigh, the other on the outer shin. Keeping the glutes glued to the floor, we are placing our hands in front of us and slowly walking ourselves forward. And switch sides. Slowly walking our way back up, we're going to extend our legs straight out in front of us, flexing the toes towards the knees and reach for our toes, feeling a nice stretch in those hamstrings. Bringing one foot into the inner thigh, we're going to reach for the one foot, feeling a nice stretch again in the hamstring. And switch sides. Moving on to our last stretch, you can either try testing your balance or grab onto a chair or a wall while you grab onto the back of your foot and pull it towards your body, feeling a nice stretch in those quads. And switch sides.